Yes, y'all. And you don't stop. What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to jump on the YouTube airwaves real quick and holler at y'all just for a brief second. In the meantime, in between time, you already know. Um, First, I'd like to say RIP to the De La Soul member, True Goy. He passed away at 54 years of age, and I believe this was yesterday. For those of you who listen to hip hop, authentic hip hop, not just like trip hop. You know, he passed away. He had heart condition, some type of difficulty with his heart, and he transitioned. And I feel away because I remember when their album dropped in the '80s, late 89, around 3 Feet High and Rising. I remember when I first heard Daisy Age. I was like, what is this? It was something that was so different for the time because back then, hip hop was something, it was really raw back in that time. It was hard. And they dropped Daisy Age, 3 Feet High and Rising, De La Soul. It was just something very avant garde for their time. They were ahead of their time because they were more eclectic in their rhymes, abstract, and they could spit fire, you know. And Plug Two, True Goy, there were two MCs, Plug One, Pasta Noose, and True Goy, Plug Two. And then you had the DJ Maceo. And they dropped over the years, they dropped, a series of albums. They didn't really reach, similar levels of, I guess, stardom like others, but they just kept it real and authentic. They just kept it very genuine, real, and authentic with their work. And all the way up to this point where, from what I understand, they're now going to be able to stream all of their catalogs, like all of the records they've made, they'll be able to stream at the beginning of March. I don't know what the holdup was exactly, but the record business, the music business is is grimy. It's definitely grimy. But I want to say rest in peace to him. And I've also noticed that a lot of people are succumbing to heart conditions, heart, problems with their heart, and they're passing away at an alarming rate. I guess to me, it's subjective. You know, one person who dies to me is too many, even though that's part of life. But I'm noticing how a lot of musicians are passing away, and it's due to heart problems. So that's it's something to pay attention to sometimes, to be aware of your health, your physical well-being, your medical health, and just so you know what's what and you don't get hit with surprises, something that could possibly have been prevented. You know, James Doe, hope all is well. It's been a while. Cheers. You know, but so rest in peace to him. And his family and his loved ones. Uh, so this is just a thing of like, we need to really uplift. Sometimes you have to uplift yourself out of whatever you're going through that might make you feel down. May you prosper. May you succeed in everything that you're doing, especially if it's beneficial to you and others, if it's positive, if it's rewarding, you know, if it's bringing a great deal of benefits. A lot of times we forget to Pay attention to the things that matter. Pay attention to things that require our focus, things that we have to be grateful for. You know, life is too short. Life is very, very short. You know, when I heard about him passing away, it kind of hit me in a way where you just at 54 years of age, that's basically young. Um, what are you doing now? Well, how are we enjoying life now? I got a chance to be around certain people that always constantly remind me, enjoy life. You have to enjoy life, even though things may seem a little crazy. You got to take the moment and really breathe in the fresh air, even though it could be, intensely polluted. But live, have, be motivated to just get up and stretch and walk or run or exercise your brain, read, instead of being so sedentary or stationary sometimes and unmotivated to do things. You got to kind of challenge yourself to do something active, to be active. Sometimes when you just walk, it helps to clear your mind. Something as simple as walking. I know most of the people I know, they drive. And when I tell them sometimes that I'm walking and something, it could be like maybe a couple blocks, some people might frown upon that and say, oh, that's too long. That's too many blocks. Not understanding that physical activity can clear your mind. Like when you really, engage in certain physical work and just your body's moving, your heart's pumping, it provides certain benefits instead of just sitting down, doing nothing, remaining stationary, you know, allowing certain things to happen, like creating ailments, developing ailments, and you don't understand why you're gaining weight, you're lazy, you're lethargic. All of those things have their own adverse effects too, you know. When we talk about things in crypto like passive income, right? Residual this, residual that, not having to work to make money and things of that nature. I get it. But at the same time, when you're getting that passive income, how are you using your time in a productive way? Passive income and then you sit down, you know what? Passive income and then what? You go to sleep, you sleep. I mean, what are you doing? What, how are you occupying? What is it that you're doing to be productive in life? Sometimes when you're sitting down doing nothing, you're miserable. When you have nothing to do, you're miserable. Even if you are successful in whatever you got going on, where you're not required to really get up and toil and physically move your body to work, or you may be retired or whatever. That's why sometimes some people, they work all their lives, they retire, and they still want to possibly assume a part-time job or do other things, or they're even afraid to let it go because they think, what are they going to do with their time? And unfortunately, there's many people who do retire depending on the profession, and they end up passing away soon after they retire too. And that's just weird. I hear that happens a lot with COs, correction officers. A lot of correction officers, they retire, and soon after they retire, they pass. It's bizarre, you know. Sometimes I think you've been working your body 17 hours a day minimum for, a dime or 20, 25, 30, 40 years, and then all of a sudden that stops. That might have an adverse effect on your system. Who knows? I guess it's also about creating a balance you know, creating a balance. It's weird how there's some people who just they are the happiest and they have the least. There are certain people that exist right now, in the world, different parts of the world, that are extremely happy and they have the least of everything. And then I find myself sometimes complaining, right, about certain things. And I'm like, wow, some people might consider me to be a king with what I'm able to do, what I have in my possession, the way I live, all these things, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just complaining. I need this, I need that, lose sight as to what's important. Imagine being around a group of people, whether it's a village, a commune, in some type of remote, quote unquote, third world, and you're among them and they're feeding you and they have nothing, but they provide you with food to eat and they have nothing. Imagine that, right? Because that's what happens. I've seen it, I've lived through that. And it makes me feel like a fool again when I'm like so caught up in my everyday mundane aspects of life, and then I start to complain. Meanwhile, there's people that have less and are happy, so much less. You know, like for example, it's no secret Haiti's a wreck right now. The capital of Haiti is a wreck. It's been a wreck for decades. You know, riddled with gangs, pillaging through all types of locales. You land over there and you even smell like you from the States. You're a target off the rip. You're a target. And then you still have people who live in the worst types of conditions, desperate conditions, will still try to find a way to make you feel welcome and give you a plate, whatever it is, even if it's whatever. They'll extend a certain level of hospitality to you and they have nothing. Amidst all the violence taking place. And over here, we have a little, you got places where, they burning tires on the roads. You can't traverse, you can't cross because the whole thing is just up in black smoke and you inhaling all of that. People getting clapped right outside. Broad daylight, night, no, it doesn't even matter. And then within all of that, you got people being violated in every sense of the word too. And within all of that, folks find a way to hold some type of humanity and address certain things and be happy. And meanwhile, we here or wherever you may be, like for me, I'm in the States here, and conditions are far better, and acting like it's the end of the world. You know, when I think about prosperity, it starts with the mind, right? It starts with how we think. It starts with what we believe. It starts with based on what we think, our actions supporting our thoughts, our actions supporting our understanding of certain things, limited as they may be. But prosperity as a concept, by way of, abundance, it starts with your mind. You might just have one thing and that is plenty for you. You know what I mean? Like it's just plenty. The meta of the building, what's up, man? Hope all is well with you, man. For real. You know, you could have nothing and still be the happiest in the world. I've seen it. There are people who just exist that way throughout the world. And we get caught up in some type of schism, these mental schisms that we've been programmed and living under for so long to say, oh, man, I need this, I need that, I need to do this, I need that, I need to kill myself basically just to eat, just to pay the bill, wreck your body. You understand? Like suffer, go through pains, ignore the pains. If you want to be a responsible person, you gotta, put yourself second if you have obligations. And then, then there's people that doing that with far less, and they're happy. I live with pains, because of age, right? The natural way of things, evolution, right? This is what we doing. This is what we doing. Thoughts, child. What's up, man? Everybody, first and foremost, hit up Thoughts, child. Subscribe to his channel. He's he's somebody I've been watching within the last couple. I want to say the beginning of last year, maybe. Fire content, very eclectic, a creative mind. And shout out to the Meta too. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel. But Thoughts Child was doing something one night where he played this beat. First of all, he played this beat. Some of the beats he plays just opens me up because that's a hip hop connoisseur, a music person. But some of the tracks he was playing, I was hearing, especially some of the Griselda stuff. I was like, yo, fire, fire, fire. But that's Griselda, But just because that he's, a hip hop historian, yo, Thoughts, y'all, I F with you, man. From Philly too. Shout out to Philly. I didn't mean to just put your information out there like that, man. But the meta also. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to Thoughts, Child. Glad to have you here, man. Oh well. No, for real, man. This is what we doing. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I was never a 5%er, but I understand what you're talking about. They gave me the lessons, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Yo, the science is what it is. I get it, but the people that gave me the lessons were too entrenched in prison and the streets for me. It was just like, these guys were just, like these guys were brutal with it, and it's a culture shift. But shout out, man. Yeah, like, you know, you know, with the lessons, man. What is it? What is it? What is it? The cipher? What is it? What is it? CI power her, all these lessons, 120 and all that. Somebody from Elmira, he did time in Elmira, and another guy who was in recovery and also did time. Just one day, I was like maybe 17, no, was I 17? 17 years old. He just said, here, take this and just read through it. They called him older God, I self-lord and master and all that, like, you know, weird times. It was an outlet that they try to plug me into, and I appreciate it for what it was. But at the time, because of the way I thought, I needed something a little bit more esoteric. You know what I mean? A little bit more esoteric, and practical. And here I am now, how many years later, building with y'all, talking to y'all about prosperity. You know what I'm saying? Like our spirit, our spirit thrives off of what we think too, you know, it's and then it's all embedded in our soul, right? So what we ingest, what we take, what the environment offers us affects who we are, right? As a people. So we should always be prosperous, even though it may not appear to be that way on a material level, but at least because we understand that everything we see comes from where what we don't see, comes from the unseen, and that's where we all come from, really, whether you want to believe it or not, it's immaterial. There are children that's going to be born in the future that they don't exist today, but they do exist in a way that we cannot see, you know, until they go through the steps and processes that we've gone through. And they'll have a purpose too. But it's all a continuum. It's all a continuum. Our attitude, if we want to be successful, if we want to be rich in mind, body, and spirit, if we want to be prosperous, if we want to be healthy, if we just want to just remain, you know, in a state where we offer the best of ourselves and we learn from our mistakes and failures, then there's nothing that can come our way that we can't defeat, we cannot overcome, we can't resolve. That's why I say, man, we prosper. Sometimes when I get off the crypto stuff and I go through my other stuff I like, you know, the guilty sinful stuff guilty pleasures I like. I like some of the trash blogging that takes place, you know, Whack 100 and battle rap and, you know, entertainment media fiasco nonsense. I have to like take that in doses because I find myself get caught up. You know, I want to, you know, because that's just my personality, and it just doesn't give me good energy. After listening for like an hour or two, it's just like, all right, I've had enough of this. You know what I'm saying? I want to just ingest information that's going to help me help somebody else. You know, like I want to ingest information that's going to help. Sometimes, like when people ask me how I'm doing, I'm like, I'm doing well, but I got a million things going on in my head. But at least if I speak, I want to impart something worthwhile because you don't know what type of day a person is having. So I'll impart something so that if they never see me again, at least my last contact with them was beneficial or positive at minimum. That's why I don't engage in this. Like certain things, like with Twitter, Twitter's garbage to me, man. Except for it's 95.78% garbage in my book because it's trash. But you got good information everywhere. But it depends on what you tapped into. Well, as far as crypto Twitter, basura. I don't F with it. I deal with math, right? I deal with the math that works, that's been working with specific codes, specific works within crypto that I like. And that's what I deal with. It's void of human feelings, it's void of gossip and Twitter, because I get caught up in all that. And that's not prosperous for me. That just brings anxiety and drama. And I can't cash drama. I could stake cash. I'd love to stake some cash because, I keep my hands muddy. I keep my hands in the ground. You know? So I'm staking cash, right? Staking it. Not in a way That's traditional. I'm using these computer programming, blah, 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 because I want to at least utilize what's been created out here that's outside my scope and allow it to make money for me while I try to continue to live prosper like Spock, live long and prosper. It's a blessing to grow old, and people don't see it like that. They see it as a burden. I don't understand. I don't understand that. I get it. There's reasons, but enough of the reasons, enough of the excuses, enough of the drama. Like, I could be as petty as the next person. I could be as petty as the next person. Oh, blogger wars and all this stuff. But in the end, all that's gonna do is is help me create ulcers, help me create physical conditions that I can do without, because that's gonna impede my ability to continue to prosper. So I want you all to prosper. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's like thinking different. I'm not saying that you have it, but I think it's encouraged, and I'm trying to say something or share this so that you can incorporate this in your life and not forget what we think we become. You know, sorry for the noise. When New York, this is what it is. It's just every day, man. Every day. That's not prosperous. That's just noise pollution. You know, that's done to keep you at a state of alarm. That's why I don't like alarms. I don't think that's natural. Shock you out of your sleep, out of your restful slumber. You get shocked. Who's doing that? That's what we are. I hated alarms ever since I was a kid. I couldn't stand them. I had a black and white clock with a dial-up thing that you wind up like a toy, size of a milk carton, and the thing used to blow so loud. That small little clock, the size of a milk carton, used to blow so loud and startled me. I'm like, dude, this can't be life. And I was 6 years old. I was saying, this can't be life. What are we doing? This is the environment that I'm in that got me all riled up too. That's why I become, why I get all hyped? Because of where I'm at. This is crazy. If I was by somewhere remote on a regular, some remote location with the elements of life right in front of me, I mean, they're right in front of me too, but it's just, I'm in a concrete jungle for real. And I can't really be at ease the way I'd like to. If I was somewhere else, I'd be mellow. But then when I'm over here, I get hyped. And depending on what we talk about, I get even more hyped. That's not regular. They call that, some people said I have PTSD. Some people they call themselves doctors and psychiatrists. Oh, you got PTSD. I didn't go to war. So it's something else. I didn't fight in the war. I had a different type of fight. I get it. So there's levels, but I don't like it. You see how I start my video with my voice low, right? And then I get like this. I get like this. Cars are honking, sirens, abject stuff going on. Right? The deli doesn't want to, indulge me in stuff I'm buying because they think I'm a police officer. Right? And I'm like, nah, man, that's not how I'm not that. And they're like, nah, we don't have it. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Weird. But this is the environment. But I still want to find some level of peace, some level of light, some level of love, some level of goodwill in everything. Because some people, they look at this and think it's paradise. You know what I mean? Some people will switch places with me with no problem. because they're living in worse conditions. And that's what I always have to go back and remember. What the hell is going on, man? So I say, may you prosper. And I mean that for whatever it's worth. Because, the internet is what it is. It's weirdo realms, realms, right? We got to keep ourselves safe. Even though I've been doxxed, even though I've given, freely given my information away for the past 30 years since the internet has been a thing, I still want to offer good energy for whatever it's worth, you know? Universal truth don't belong to no one group in there. No one group of universal truth. Who said that? To me, it was RZA. He wrote the Hotel Electrons. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, RZA, he used to be one of my top 10 producers. RZA, RZA Rector used to be one of my top 10 producers because some of the but then I understood he also had people like, who was the true disciple? Mathematics, I want to say. Other producers working with him too, but the beats that he was coming up with were just incredible to me. Incredible, you know. The Resurrector. Thank you for the super stick, the super sticker, Agenda 69. Oh, FOMO, man. Sorry, man. What's up, man? And listen, FOMO, y'all go check out his channel too. Y'all go check out his channel for the up-to-date news of different world events, current events, world events, and get information that you're not gonna get from just any YouTuber or any content creator. Go check out FOMO TV. Support. It's well worth it. Rolando, what's up, man? Exactly. Vulcan. Live long, Vulcan. Live long. Leonard Nimoy, right? Live long and prosper. You know? I appreciate it though. Even though you're trying it out, it's much appreciated. For real. So life, like I'm getting older and it's just I'm realizing things is much more simple. Like life has become more simple as far as like my interests, more simple. And I can't have 100 different interests because I want to create a legacy, right? I want to leave a legacy. I want to contribute something to make something a little better than it was before I got here. Something for somebody. I think that's important. And the older I'm getting, it's the more I'm realizing not everything requires my undivided attention. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, man. You know, and this is not a shot to anybody. But that stuff with the balloon that happened over in the United States with that balloon, for whatever it's worth, I just saw that as just a distraction. I didn't direct a lot of energy there to it because when I get in that bag, like the kids say, when I get in that conspiracy bag, it becomes debilitating. It becomes frightening. Just like the certain things and narratives, quote unquote, that they apply to crypto now, it can become the whole conspiratory, is that even a word? The whole conspiracy talk, it becomes debilitating, especially if you don't have a practical way to resolve, address, counteract the conspiracy. So that balloon got shot down. Okay. But while it was up there, it commanded attention. And I wasn't going to give it but so much attention. You know, there are world events that take place that require more attention than this balloon, even though the balloon may be some sinister, the worst thing, but we don't know. And it's out of my realm and scope and power to even try to even check that balloon. If I shot a bow and arrow, it might or might not hit. But I got to deal with what's in front of me. In other words, deal with what I can control and what I can't. I can't worry about too much, or else I'll lose my mind. And I'm not in this to lose my mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of stuff. SEC with the whole crypto stuff. Yo, I don't care about some they've been talking SEC since I got in. I mean, since 2017, I got into crypto, right? I've been hearing about SEC since then. So I'm pretty sure SEC was involved and talking about crypto even before 2017. Because why? Because you're dealing with the human beings and human beings who can engage in corrupt activities. And when you got cryptocurrency and just a hint of making life-changing money, oh, best believe you're going to have entities who are going to just completely invade the space and try to get their hands in everything and scare you out of your prosperity. That's what they're going to try to do. Scare you out of your bag. So you can develop fear. You can develop depression, sadness, because this is a space right now where, man, as regulated as they say they try to make it regular, it's still not as regulated as they want, because in many aspects they can't regulate it. And it's offering the people who are at the bottom of this pyramid called life, who are at the bottom. Some of the people who are the happiest in the world, who have nothing, don't even realize that this exists. And maybe if this were to enter their lives, who's to say that the crypto would make them even happier? It might not. But this is allowing a lot of people, especially in a capitalist type of setting, society, to get some type of better stronghold on their financial standing. You know what I'm saying? You could take care of your debts. You could just ball out if you make it, real well in crypto. You could acquire other businesses. You could acquire other investments. You could acquire homes, real estate, right? At a like just a quarter, not even a quarter of the time it takes for you to just see something in legacy. It takes you, what, 40 years to see something worth seeing, dealing with mutual funds or stocks or whatever. And in crypto, 15 years, people just became billionaires. And not everybody, but the founders and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people made a lot of ends too. People became millionaires too. And entities are not appreciating that, because it's taking the opportunity away for them to control us. They want to continue to be the masters at their work, because they've been masterful in allowing us to not enjoy and experience true prosperity. They've been masterful by design, and it's worked so well. It's worked. What we eat, right? How we, like, it's crazy the way they got it down to a science. That's why I don't tell people to like my channel. You know why? Because people say that liking is free. In my opinion, I don't know how free it is, because when you're liking something within these algorithm social media platforms, and I'm not a social engineer, I'm not a web programmer. I know nothing about software development. But what I do know is about the effects of when somebody likes their post or dislikes their post. I know how that feels. And I don't like the fact that that was engineered on purpose to make you feel happy or sad on purpose. And so I don't say that all the time anymore because it's like you just trying to be, I'm just encouraging you to be a part of the matrix. I'm just encouraging you, oh, like the video. Nah, don't do that. Do what you feel. You're not gonna hear me tell you that because I'm trying to be a little bit responsible and conscious of what I'm doing. And I don't like this whole like thing, like it's free. It may not cost you anything to like, but it costs you something because you applied some energy there. And then if 1,000 people like something, something will happen to your video to benefit you. So there was some type of cost. So it's not just free. That's part of the matrix talk. Oh, it's free. Like the video. No, do what you feel. Do what you feel that you want to do. As a natural human being, you see the subscribe button. Do I have to tell you to subscribe? Right? I used to because I was just playing the role. Not in a way to be fake, but just playing the role because it's there. Notification gang and all that. Shout out to everybody who's a content creator. But I just see things in a way where 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, just social media, how it just has such a strong effect on our mental and emotional and psychological well-being, to me, is not, it's something that I just don't play with. I'm not playing with that. I'm not gonna play with that because somebody's post could affect a person's mood. And we don't know how far, because everyone has their own threshold and what they can deal with and what they can't deal with. And that's just too much power we're playing with. It's too much power we're playing with. And we thinking it's free, but it's a lot though. Because again, if 1,000 people like your video, you don't think that's gonna have some type of effect on what happens to your video as far as visibility, as far as even, monetary gains, different things. So it wasn't free. But that shouldn't validate who you are either. Content creation and things like this shouldn't validate who you are, man. Like, like if somebody watches it or if they don't watch it, you're just being you. Irrespective of whatever people think, you're being you, the best you can be. And that's what's of value. That's your validation. You look in the mirror, that's your validation. You know what I mean? Not somebody necessarily giving you a thumbs up. I'm not hating on it, but I know there's power behind that. You understand? Like, they took away the dislike feature. Why? These things are there for a reason, man. You have a conversation with somebody on the phone, then you go to your Facebook application and you see an ad based on the conversation you have with somebody on the phone. These things, right? It's appealing to who we are a little bit too much, too close. It's too close for comfort. And it's affecting your ability to really prosper. Because when you see something and hear something you don't like, that puts you in a bad mood, right? And when you're in a bad mood, you're going to do things that correlate with you being in a bad mood. It's not cool. It's about celebrating the opportunity you have today to make things rock, make things pop. Use the energy to work in your favor. Don't go against the grain. Like in a bear market, we're in a bear market. And those of us who are in crypto, like this bear market hasn't been as brutal as the previous bear market. The previous bear market was, I couldn't, yo, I was, yo, it was much more difficult than it is now for me because I learned a lot. And I learned, especially during the last bear market. But right now, it's like the cryptos at any community, because I know my viewers, not everybody who views me comes from Hex, right? And I appreciate all my viewers. And it's okay. I'm not that type of person like, singular mind or a toxic maximalist. I'm not like that. I just am all about people winning in their own way that does not harm other people, you know? If you're winning the way you're winning with whatever crypto you got going on, much success to you. Much success to you, because I also understand this whole thing with bridging communities together. That's been the talk for years, regardless of however successful communities are. Bridging communities together is just going to happen in a way that's not even forced, in my opinion, because look at the world. Look how the world is. How many countries are there in the world? 180 different countries. And there's some countries that assimilate more than others, but assimilation does occur. That's going to be reflected in these markets too. Like, it just takes time. But as long as you're in the market and you position yourself a certain way, you reap the rewards. Just like when you assimilate, you visit other cultures, other countries, and you live there for a while and you experience everything that life is waiting to offer you, you become the recipient. You become the recipient of the rewards. It's a beautiful thing. Godfather, what's up? What's going on? Coin Critic, what's going on? Yeah, yeah, man. The Monday work. Put it in that Monday work. Monday. For some people, Monday is not so fun day. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay too long though, but yeah, I'm putting in that Monday work. If I all of a sudden go mute, is because I got interrupted. But I want to say before that happens, I got interrupted. I want to say before that I get interrupted, I appreciate all of y'all. I want to salute y'all. You know, I want to salute y'all. And and yo, there's a lot going on in this crypto space, man. There's a lot going on in this crypto space. Just the stuff I see behind the scenes. These are the things that I see behind the scenes with the crypto space, right? STC, I'm not dealing with STC, right? Because they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Who cares? Because we're like, I'm sorry to say, I'm not. It's not a great analogy because they do have a smell, but crypto's not gonna die. It's just gonna multiply like roaches. You know what I'm saying? Roaches have been here since the beginning of time. Crypto, if you want to talk about math, it's been here maybe even before the beginning of time. So they can't destroy it. We're gonna be here. We're gonna win. We're gonna continue to do what we gotta do. Hey, look, man. Look, man. I keep talking about the same thing, man. Look, yo, I don't know what Ethereum is going through, right? But it's there. Hex is doing amazing in a sense where 3+ years, no interruptions, no flaws as far as, right, like hacks, DDoS, blah, 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 blah. Yes, OA, yes, yes, yes. But this T-share principle thing is bananas. And Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are still scared of the forks. But you got copies. If you were staking, you got multiple copies on different forks of Ethereum, proof of work, that are still running 6 months later, still doing their thing. You could do all kinds of things you could do there that you couldn't do on Ethereum POS because too expensive, crazy. And you got all this stuff attached on top of Hex, right? Insane. I mean, crazy opportunity during the bull, during the bear, during the bear, during the bear. And then, yo. And then when the sacrifice chain comes out, it's gonna be more blessings on top of more blessings on top of more blessings. Just think about Damon Wayans and more money and more money and more money and more money. Think about that. Yo, you know some people just don't know how to park cars. Like this person is doing something. You see me here. You see I'm here. And what's this person? On the left side too. Don't know how to park, try to parallel park, and they're like a car away from the sidewalk, a car length away from the sidewalk, and he thinks he's doing something. He thinks he's doing something. See, I'm building with the people on YouTube, and he thinks he's doing something. You see, trying to affect my prosperity. Then another guy had to leave because he sees this guy is struggling because people just, yo, I don't understand, man. But look, man, look, it's crazy. And you know, Jacula, I don't know what Jacula's doing, but you could tell Jacula is way out of his league. He thought he was like, I didn't care for Jacula because the way he came out, that he's the 21st brick in the Google Furu building, acting like somebody's supposed to. It's because RH told him to brag. RH was like, brag, man. Yo, brag, brag. I didn't like none of that, man. And I don't understand what Jacula is doing. I don't understand none of that. I don't understand none of what he got going on. I don't even try to even think about that. But you got that stuff going on, man. Amidst a bunch of other stuff. You know, and Jacula's struggling is just indicative of when someone does something and it seems like maybe they might just maybe they might understand conceptually certain things, but as far as putting in the work, it might just be he might just be out of his league. I don't care what type of 21st brick in the Furu building he's in. I don't care. I don't care. Don't play with people's sensibilities. People want to make money. People want to prosper. People want to make money and want to be successful. And you're coming up with like weirdo stuff with X. I'm tired of seeing X's, man. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But that's just me. I'm tired of seeing these X's. X marks the spot. Yo, check this out, man. X marks the spot. May 2023 be the year for us to do everything we need to reap maximum gains, yo. Let that be the spot. Let X mark that spot. May 2023 be the year for us to reap the rewards of receiving maximum gains, in a sense where this is the year where it's going to really start the next wave. The next wave. Because we're already in waves. It's an ebb and flow. But I'm not dealing with like people with the distractions. A lot of people want to offer you distractions because they see that you're on a surfboard and you're riding the greatest wave that you'll ever ride in your life, and they want you to get off that surfboard. And many of us are not going to get off that surfboard. I don't care, because it's mathematics. Math works. 1 + 1 = 2. Math works. Ones and zeros. Math works. And you want to talk about certain levels of math. I mean, we talk about, it is what it is, man. Something that has been here, like, yo, before creation, in my opinion. Like, hey, and you gotta working in these contracts and this code and programming, et cetera, et cetera. And it's providing this with no, come on, man. I'm not gonna have. Look, man. I'm not gonna be your look. Real talk, man. I'm sorry for trying to get hype, but I'm not sorry. I'm not trying to get hype. I'm just getting hype because it's a distraction, yo. It's a distraction. Nobody cares for these 100 different distractions, man. I can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? When certain people explain, let me tell you something, right? When certain people, they get in their bag, like the kids say, they get in their bag and they explain. They go through in the rabbit hole and explaining this T-share game, ICOSA. They explain it like you're in a class listening to these things. Hedron, right? I'm not talking about them other guys. There's another group of people that did some bonding, so I'm not talking about them, yo. Not here. I won't do it. I don't care. But you know what I'm saying? They get in their bag and they just going in depth. And it's already so time consuming and not even time consuming because of the fact that it's so powerful. I'm telling y'all, yo, and every episode it gets back to me talking to y'all about how ICOSA is double T-share rate, like it's bonded to the T-share rate twice, like double, y'all. Like the T-share went up 15,000x when Hex went up 10,000 liquid. The T-share rate is crazy with it, and you got ICOSA that's tied twice to the T-share. Yo. Why are you going to be distracted with 10 other different things when you got something that's like, yo, this is crazy right here, man. This could really it could really do a lot of really, because the T-shirt just goes up, and you got this, and this is math, and it's just and it's just and it's just What is there to talk about? I'm gonna talk about something Jacula. Why? Shout out to him. I'm not hating, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Let me wrap my mind against, yo, man, let me enjoy something. You know what I'm saying? Right? I like what I like. Like, if I like a certain vehicle, the engineering, how it's built, and I'm studying the MF, don't talk to me about some other 10 other options from other company, other brand. I don't care about that. I'm familiar with this masterful design. I want to study that. I want to work on that. I want to deal with that. And don't talk to me about no first principles because everybody keep talking about it sounds smart. To try to sound smart. Who's doing that? Not me. I'm not. You're not first principles. So that you can sound like you highly intellectual and you have one up on other people. Be careful of individuals like that that think that they're so proficient in the subject that they're talking about that they could just say anything to you and you take that as face value as it's the truth. Be careful of people like that. That's why we have to exercise critical thinking as best as we can. At minimum, use our common sense. For real. Indeed. For exactly. Other things are designed as other things. And that's cool. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. But I've been so beat down in crypto, like just beat down with more trash than less. So I'm sorry, like my slant, like I have a slanted view, a cynical view, as to like outside stuff. Like you got something working, you concentrate on that, man. You build on that, man. Because I don't mind. I understand being a massive, being a jack of all trades and a master of none, but at least you the jack of some. I get that. But if you got something that's like, yo, man, take care of of whatever's taking care of you. Whatever's taking care of you the most, the best, take care of that, man. Take care of that. Because you take care of that, you're taking care of yourself. You know, why are you killing the golden goose? Because of some SEC scare. And then the scare is weak sauce. You know why it's weak sauce? They talk about centralized exchanges. You know, these people are affecting, they're targeting us and our ability to prosper. That is on purpose. That is not by mistake. That is on purpose, people. They are targeting our ability to prosper because they do not want us to succeed. And it's on purpose. And it's not going to change. It is not going to change. You know? That bothers me. It bothers me a lot. You know? It makes me feel like I need to go. That's why it makes me feel like I can't stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I cannot stop because I'm not doing this just for me. You know? Like I can't give up. I'm not going to give up. Because it's that moment where you let go. You're gonna mess around and find out, oh man, that's when everything is gonna take off for you. Just right when you're about to hit jackpot, you gave up, and it'll be that moment. It's as if like, you know, I don't trade, but like when you just finally sell something that you were holding for so long because you gave up on it. And right after you sell, soon after you sell, everything goes skyrockets, price skyrockets, and you feel like such a wretched loser. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to experience that, man? Tin Top in the build. Tin Top is in everybody's building. Shout out to Tin Top for being in everybody's chat building. Respect, you know, nothing but respect to all my viewers. But Tin Top is in everyone's chat building. Respectfully, like the kids say, Tin Top in the building, man. For real. Oh, Thoughts, you still here, man? Salute, man. For real, for real. For real. Salute. It's regulation. Looking at Stan Capital. They're looking to Capital for 8 years. Maybe Jack Fish has a but in the yo, the names, you know, the internet is undefeated, man. You got Jack Fish, you got Count Jacula, you know what I'm saying? You got an arch nemesis, Black Levin, you know what I'm saying? You got the internet is undefeated. For real. For real. So as I'm talking to y'all, I gotta start making moves, and that's what I'm gonna do. But there's a lot going on in the crypto space, man. But I keep it kind of central and limited to a certain limited amount of things that, you know, because I don't wanna get caught up. And you know, I'm not crazy about other projects like that's coming on to the sacrifice chain. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I want to see what the native token does, the native coin. You know what I'm saying? And the DEX. I want to see what that delivers. after 2 years, you know, I don't care about these other things. Shout out to the other projects, but I don't really care about the other projects at all. I don't care what they talking about. I'm sorry, man. I've been in these crypto streets for far too long, and it's time for me to you just be smart. You know, do things smart. Because what I did before, by trying to appease everybody, and not appeasing. When I mean appease, by giving donations to ICOs that don't care about me, because they didn't care about me now because they rugged me 100 different times. I don't care about nobody's project like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. You know, I don't care about anybody's thing, man. Just I'm going with the winning, the super winning, because there's other things that's winning, but I'm going with like this, because I ain't doing no Shiba. That ship has sailed, man. I'm not doing no Shiba. I heard Shiba was the most highest appreciating in the last bear market. I don't. Yeah. I missed that boat. I missed that boat. Don't care for it because it's not. I can't take that serious. But yo, this hex thing is different. This hex thing is different. They got people doing things with hex. Like, yo, I'm telling you, man, yo, that Icosa game is crazy. They got, like, understand, right? Evolution. The things that are taking place now, right, were not taking place when we were coming up. Like, for example, I love hip hop and all that. Breakdancing, the whole culture of breakdancing, pop locking, all that stuff that was taking place back then in the 80s, late 70s, 80s. The level of breakdancing that was taking place back then and the level of breakdancing now, two different things. Entirely, them people right now are doing incredible stuff because of evolution. So you got this hex protocol, right? You got this hex, it's doing what it's designed to do. And you got things built on top of it. Hey, turbocharge, turbocharge, turbocharge your opportunity to prosper. Evolution, turbocharge. And then you had a series of countrymen from across the globe decide, oh, let's fork this chain twice. Oh. And people are waiting for infrastructure. They're waiting for things on those fork chains to occur. There's no stable coin. Liquidity is not even, it's virtually non-existent. Folks are not giving it any love right now. They're not giving those layer ones any love right now, right? But we're over there. We got copies, and we're over there. We're over there. We're over there with this super powered piece of crypto that's brought 10,000, 20,000 if you're staking. And now it's on two other chains. And then we're waiting for the sacrifice chain to go. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Sleep if you want. Sleep if you want. I'm not sleeping. I mean, like, ignore. You can't ignore. You can't ignore what we were given. We got to appreciate what we were given, man. We got to appreciate what we were given. Even if those two chains turn out to be nothing. The code is what it is. Essentially, you're saying This thing that you believe is so great on ETH 2.0, right? Should be great anywhere it lands. Anywhere it lands. So it's just great. It just so happens that the street that it's on, the boulevard that it's on, is blighted, right? It's just blighted. It's not being used for right now. But it's a great product, right? It's a great product. Same product. You got raw Peruvian white, Bolivian, Colombian white on the block. Not stepped on. Puro. What we doing? You got tan, not stepped on the block. What we doing? Yeah, there's no buildings. We need to put, lights, tree line streets, build a little highway or a little street, make people feel safe and comfortable, But you got the unfiltered, not tapped with, uncut raw. What we doing? What we doing? Come on, man. Come on, man. See, you're gonna have me. You see, I'm about to get another bag then. Y'all gonna have yo. What we doing? Because if you're saying the code is legit and the code is secure, you're right, been audited multiple times, economic audit, this type of audit, the security level is locked times 2. Yo, the product is on wherever it lands, and it's on Polygon. What's Matic doing? What's Polygon doing? But you got the Bolivian white over there. You got the Hexagon white over there. The Hexagon raw, uncut, not stepped on. It's there on Polygon Street. But Polygon Street is so impotent because you can't stake that raw. You can't make it pay you inflation. You can't make it stake. You can't make it yield rewards for you on Polygon. But you could make it yield rewards for you on ETHPAL Boulevard and Ethereum Fair Lane. And y'all crying. Not y'all as in my viewers, but people be crying and scared, man. They're scared. I'm not saying for y'all to just put yourself in a position of risk. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just talking, man. I'm just talking. I don't know nothing. First of all, I know nothing. So don't take you listen to me and make some wild advice. I've been careful about what I say with certain things for years because I don't do that. I don't give money advice. But I'm just giving common sense advice. So something, people could, hey, you decide what you're gonna do. You decide what you want to do. But you got the product. Everybody want to talk about how Hex is a product. Like, PRODUCK, product. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, wherever it lands, it still is what it is. But y'all scared. I don't know, man. Even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Time will tell. In other words, time will tell. But imagine, just imagine, like this is not something we were able to foreshadow or foresee a year ago. A year ago, we didn't know we were gonna be blessed with two more opportunities, two more blockchains that's gonna provide copies for us to continue to earn yield. We didn't know this, and we got it without the sacrifice chain. And when that comes out, come on, man. Like, look what Polygon did. The price went parity real quick, right? But you can't stake. So it's a dub for Polygon. But then and then quiet is kept behind the scenes. You got folks working on ETH Pal Boulevard to allow the auctions, to allow the front end, to create a front end so that the users can participate in the HSI auctions on ETH Pal Boulevard, right? Just for laughs, why not? But they're doing it because it is what it is. Because another round of auctions is coming up in like another day or two. Another round of auctions is coming up on ETH POS for ICOSA. I'm saying ICOSA for HSI stakes. Nah, y'all gonna have to let me in, man. These people are rude. A man of a certain age, I don't, you know what I mean? People don't know how to, word. But yeah. It's opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity. But we gotta remain pure in our thoughts, pure in our actions, real. There's no imperfection. I'm sorry. There's plenty of imperfections, but that's how we learn. When we're perfectly imperfect. That's how we learn. While we're learning to lessen the burden by having this computer make us, having the computer make money for us. No. Who can front on that? You allowing your computer to make money for you. And it's you in control. You know how ahead of the game we are. There are people who don't know about this. I just talked to somebody and they told me that they told somebody to sell all their crypto, acting like he doesn't know nothing. He knows nothing about crypto. This is like 2 days ago, yo. I'm like, I was like, oh, you still, in crypto? Yeah, I told somebody to sell all their crypto. Why? Why did you tell? Oh, because crypto's gonna go down. Robinhood, Robinhood, and Robinhood. I'm like, that's what you think crypto is? Robinhood, son? Robinhood? Oh man. And I try to give him a lifeline, but he didn't want to listen. Most people are not listening to what we got going on. That's why the ship is gonna sail, and a lot of people are not gonna be on board. I'm sorry to say, it's just how it is, man. Just a lot of people are not gonna be on board. They're not. They're not. They're not. And you know what? It's okay. Because that's why I say take care of your loved ones, man. Take care of you. Take care of the people who matter. Take care of all that. Because a lot of people are gonna miss out. People in Hex are gonna even miss out on some of the things I talked about right now, because they don't understand it, and it's okay. It's not, we're not meant to understand everything, but hey, once that light goes ding, the epiphany of the epiphany of the epiphany, once that goes ding, it went ding for a reason. It went ding for a reason. Hmm. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know people are talking about, how, the bear market, the bear market is some people are saying it's weakening and this and that. Yo, forget about all that. Historically, like I told y'all, man, the summer of next year, the summer of next year, pay attention to that time period after the next Bitcoin halving. Pay attention to a few months after the next Bitcoin halving, yo. After the next Bitcoin halving, a few months after that, then we really gonna celebrate. Like it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Because the bull market rages like 6 months after the halving, every halving. Like real talk, man. Real talk. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell y'all. Not now. Now's the time to take advantage and accumulate. Don't do too much stuff. I'm not giving y'all advice. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. You know what I mean? I got ducks by me right now, y'all. I'm in the hood, but I still got like geese. You know what I'm saying? They be dropping green logs. They look at you and they be grilling you too, man. Don't be walking up on a geese thinking you that guy or you that gal. You gonna get got. The geese, when they're in packs and you gotta feel them and look at you sideways and all that. Like, you know? Yo, yo, you saw how last year came and went. Look what happened with the 3 years. With the world event that took place that brought the world to its knees and kept us locked down. Look, 3 years passed by, yo. What's another 18 months? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. 18 months so that we could possibly be rewarded for the rest of our lives. Come on, man. Let's put things in perspective, man. And wait, yes. Because a lot of times that's what happens in this market. I'm not gonna say the particular things that we have is gonna. What I'm saying is, when that bull market is raging, you could throw anything and it'll stick, and you make money off. It's crazy times, man. I remember when Shiba Inu was one. The 6 8 zeros and a one, and your man put a thing on Twitter that said Shiba Inu, 8 zeros and a one, something like that, 9 0 10 0, something like that, something crazy. And look what it did. And Shiba is trash. Shiba is caca, basura. And I was like, aha, that's not gonna amount to nothing. Then your cornball of a leader, in my opinion, cornball. He's great with developing Tesla and I don't know what he's doing with SpaceX X Neuralink, but he mentioned Bitcoin and Doge on a Twitter, and he kind of like put a crap stain on crypto, man. What he did with crypto bothered me, man, because he don't really know. He's like Count Jacula. Except Jacula trying to do something, but Jacula, I don't know what Jacula doing, and I really don't even like. Jacula talks like he has cinnamon for breakfast every morning, like cinnamon something with cinnamon. Like, why do you talk like that, sir? Chrysanthemums, like you all about chrysanthemums and cinnamon, and then try to like embellish and talk to people like he's not talk, he's engaging. Shout out to Jacula, man. I ain't mad at him, but you're not gonna get my monetary energy, that's for sure. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oh well, life is short. Tomorrow's another day. Um, good people. I'm sorry I didn't read the chat, man. Machine learning and robots. Yeah, indeed, indeed. Yep, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Is the AI hype like metaverse. Yeah, chat box ain't new. We used Crystal chat 2 years ago though. Automate troubleshooting with our internet customers. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Orion, what's going on? Good to have you. Agree. It's popular buzzword. So, they have teams. Also have teams. I'm calling. Get ready for XRP level sell. XRP. Did the court thing settle for XRP? Yo, it's really 4:30 Eastern right now. That's crazy, man. I've been building with y'all for a minute. Apple cider vinegar. Shiba has community. That's what matters in crypto. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does have a strong one too. A strong one too. Maybe even more than. Yeah, yeah. It definitely does. More hacks in the building. What's up, man? Mini bull. You think early March? Mini bull. We'll see, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You flooding on your own AI bet. Yeah, that's true. Any coin is crap without a community. That's 100%. You need a community, but sometimes the community be man. I mean, that's a story for another day. But you do need the community, or else these blockchains are rendered useless. No matter how well they're developed and designed, without the community, is not nothing's gonna work. It's not gonna work, right? Just like us right now with our regular fiat, right? If all of us decided, we say, you know what, to heaven with these baseless, useless pieces of paper, to heaven with them. That's it. But are we really gonna do that? Nope. Nope, we're not gonna do that. Hold on a second, people. So what you gonna call it? Hold on. Uh yeah. Let's see. Orion. Okay, so hold on. Let me check. You flooding your own AI bags? Okay. Any day of business should without long term interest that holders add a core community and capital. Even dog coin works. Yeah, it's true. Very true. Field only has no community, so you see how the price isn't performing community and crypto is everything. Yeah, it is, man. It is. It's true. You got a point. And even less for the other one for Ethereum Fair Highway, Ethereum Fair Road. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Good people. I'm signing off. Thank y'all for rocking with me this long. And like I said with the title of this, man, you all be victorious in your endeavors and prosper immensely for innumerable times to come. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.